Well, you might have a concern about your car. What are you going to do? Take it straight to the shop. You got some decisions to make here.
But then you think, what if you're spending money on something that isn't really a problem? That's why we appreciate the free advice from someone who's been in the business for decades.
From Certified Transmission owner Peter Fink. Good to see you,
Hi,
Peter.
Peter.
Decades. Make me sound really old.
No.
Okay.
Just to me as a customer, that
you're
means
just qualifying. I got it.
you know your
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I was up at a Mecum sale in Seattle, Washington. Didn't
Oh,
get
cool.
anything, but, you know, I was close, okay, but...
Even when you're not working, your weekends revolve around vehicles.
Well, usually they will revolve around anything with a motor, that's for sure.
Yeah, Peter's
that's
an
true.
adventurous guy. There's no moss growing on your
not
feet.
usually,
That's for
not
sure.
usually. So.
Let's get to our first question. Katie's up first. She says, I have a 2001 Toyota, it's a RAV4, and why does my car vibrate and grind while I'm at a light or stopped at a sign with my foot on the brake?
Well, obviously this could be a number of things, but the first thing that's coming to my mind is that it sounds like we've got some bad motor mounts, okay? Toyota, Honda, and again, American-made cars can get bad motor mounts once they get older, okay? But what happens is when you're sitting still, when we've seen the motor mounts, it will, when they go bad, you'll feel more vibration in the car.
When you say motor mount, it's the mount that attaches the motor to the
It is.
actual
In
frame,
the old
right?
cars, they were made out of rubber, okay, a very, very hard rubber, okay? And they would go bad after 100,000 miles and oil soaked and just get old, okay? These new mounts, now they have made them supposedly better, okay, and they've got liquid inside them, okay, and some of them are even electrically charged, okay, and stuff, all right? Only problem is when they go bad, the old mounts used to cost $20, $30, okay? Guess what these new ones cost?
A fortune?
Oh yeah, $400, okay, and stuff, all
Jeez.
right? I mean, they're very expensive. From what the description is, if the engine is, even if it's running right with bad motor mounts, and Toyotas and Hondas have these electronic and liquid filled ones, once it loses that, it needs new mounts. You can buy the cheaper aftermarket mounts of hard rubber. I've put them in several cars and customer cars. They all come back complaining, okay? So just because someone says they put new motor mounts in, if they didn't put the factory ones back in, probably are bad mounts again, okay, and stuff. So that's where I'd probably start.
Do you have to get it replaced? Is it going to do any damage, or is it just the annoyance of the
It's
noise?
just annoying, okay, and stuff. I mean, no, you don't have to, unless they're tore where the engine would flop around, okay, or something, you
wouldn't
know,
want
then
any
it's a
for that.
safety issue, but most likely it isn't that bad, okay? It's just loss of fluid, you're feeling the vibration, okay?
Okay,
So.
well, carve out $400 in
Yeah,
next paycheck, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Jeff writes, I hear a clunking noise when I take off or stop in my 2003 GMC Sierra. Any idea what part that could be?
Well, again, several things come to mind, but if I was going to take a random guess here without hearing it, okay, I would think it might be something with the drive shaft, okay, on it. That could have a one-piece or two-piece, depending if this is an extended cab or a four-door pickup truck on the Sierra. The U-joints go bad, okay. I mean, it's a very common deal once you get around 100,000 miles, 150,000 miles. It could be, that if it's a two-piece drive shaft, it could be that the carrier bearing, okay, could also be bad on the drive shaft, but I would look at the drive shaft most likely. The only other thing would be severe, and this is coincidence that we got two of them that might fall in there. If you're really stepping on the gas and that motor mount's bad, well, that motor goes up and down because the motor mount's broke, okay, and so it could flop around, but you got to step on the gas pretty good. So if I was going to probably take a wild guess here, I would think it's universal joints. Get them checked. You just grab a hold of it, and if you can turn the drive shaft and there's a little play in there, okay, then that's definitely bad, okay? Usually a squeaking noise will be accommodated with it too. When you take off real slow, you'll hear a squeaking noise, okay, and stuff. Get up alongside a building, that's the easiest to hear it because it echoes back
sound,
off of it. Yeah.
All right, finally, a question from Stacy. She says, I've heard you say we should be washing our cars frequently. Does it matter if we do it ourselves or take it to the car wash? Is there soap better for my car?
Well, you know, any way you wash your car is fine, okay? You can use just about any soap, okay? A lot of people will use dish soap, okay? If you're washing it in your driveway, if you go to the car wash and handheld ones, they're probably in some ways better, okay? I kind of like it because you actually can spray everywhere and underneath the car and then use the brush or a hand or rag and wipe it down and different things. So actually, I always like the hand washing a lot better than the power ones. The power ones, I'm always scared to take my nice car through there and get some real fine scratches, okay, and stuff. So, you know, if I got an older car, 100,000 miles or whatever, then I'll go through the car wash. But if I get a brand new one, I really don't like to. I kind of want to do the hand washing myself, okay, and stuff.
If you go through the machine ones, they have different options. You know,
Yep.
you got the blue wash for like $9. You got the red wash. You know, it goes up, and there's a wax option on the very high end one.
Right.
Is it worth getting the high end wash?
I do all the time, okay, and so with the Rain-X, I like the Rain-X protection, okay. Also, I think it does help keep the car a little cleaner. It doesn't get as dirty, okay, and stuff. I do it on my truck, and even my trailers when I'm pulling behind my truck, okay. If I go to the car wash, I'll opt for the Rain-X and put it on there in the wax and stuff, okay.
Yeah.
I do believe, well, you see it on the blow dryer. It all blows off a lot easier and faster, okay, and stuff. So I'm going, okay, it made the surface slick. Now, I'm not a car wash guy. I haven't worked at one, so I don't know, but I think it is, okay? I always opt for it, okay? So I think it's a good idea.
We trust your advice.
Yeah, and I noticed it repelled the rain a little bit better when I got the high end
I
wash.
think so too, because a lot of times I don't even have to turn my windshield wipers on. If I get some rain, it just kind of beads off of it, okay?
Water
So
off a
I
duck's
like it.
back,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Online at certifiedtransmission.com. If you think there's a problem with your tranny, make appointments online. 5 locations here in our area. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
And your
Always
question could be answered by Peter or another member of his team during our next visit with Certified Transmission. A few ways to get those questions to us. Email talkback@omahamorningblend.com. Visit our website and click on the Certified Transmission button, or leave questions on our Facebook wall.
Well, we know our friends over at Planet Fitness, and we know they've got 4 locations already, but Friday, they're going to open their 5th.
Yeah, see where it is, plus how you can join with no commitment. Straight ahead.